Hey, what's up everybody? I'm just over here making dinner, so I figured I would hang out with you guys while I chop up some peppers. I've got some organic grass-fed beef and some yellow and orange organic bell peppers, and I'm gonna whip something up. I don't know what I'm making yet, but I'm sure it'll be good. Anyway, my brother and I were talking today over at Quantum. Obviously, like, we're always talking about the shift, what's going on in the world, and naturally I tend to take it towards this shift in consciousness kind of genre, because that's just like, that's where my consciousness is at. So I was referring to this this part in my book that I talk about the two different sort of camps that are forming, and it's amazing because I actually wrote this long before COVID ever kind of like landed on the scene. But I was talking about shifters and resistors and how there's kind of like these two different fields of people. And so shifters are people who are, they're kind of like, they're awake, or they're awakening, and they're looking at their life symbolically and metaphorically, and as things arise, they're looking for the growth. They're not resisting what's happening. They're looking at every moment as an opportunity. And they're really kind of like pulling the wool back from their eyes. And you see, these are the people who are sort of questioning things. They're questioning what's going on in the world. And that's kind of like our whole shift line is like for those kind of people who are like using this moment as an opportunity to grow. And then we've got resistors. And there's this awesome line in the movie The Matrix about, you know, Morpheus says to Neo something along the lines of, you know, we're in a system, Neo, and you look around the system and what do you see? You know, doctors, lawyers, carpenters, businessmen. These are the very minds that we're trying to free, but these people are so enslaved by this system that they'll actually fight to protect it. And, you know, Morpheus says to Neo that these are our enemies, and I call them resistors. So I don't think that they're our enemies. I just think that these people, these resistor types, are so reliant upon this system for their sense of safety and security that they'll fight to protect it. And that's fine. This is what the video is about. I spent a ton of time in my life trying to awaken resistor types. And when I had, you know, first had like my spiritual awakening, it was like the most profound insights and intuition and things like, you know, this epic spiritual growth. And I thought, oh my God, I've got to like introduce everybody to this stuff. This shift is amazing, right? But it didn't actually turn out that way. It actually created more resistance. Trying to convince a resistor to shift actually just makes you a shift head. And that's what we were laughing about today. So this video is how not to be a shift head. If you're a shift head, you're probably obsessed with consciousness or like spirituality or all of these kind of like things that are sort of like trending right now. But healing work really isn't trendy. It's deep, and you have to look at some shit that you might not want to look at, stuff that's been in your shadow for a reason, because you put it there to keep you safe. And so resistors, a lot of times they were like really badly wounded in their life, and they might not be as eager as you are to like dive in and start looking at all that pain and that trauma and all that stuff. So if you're on an awakening journey, awesome. Go seek out fellow shifters, because they'll be all about that high vibe life with you. But if you're still around a bunch of people who are resisting, don't be a shift head. Like, let them come to consciousness on their own, right? So if you're a shifter, you have one job and one job only, and that is to shift yourself into a high vibrational state of being, so then you light the way for others. You don't have to go out searching for people to rescue. You're on a lighthouse, and the boats that are looking for what you have to offer, they're looking for your light, they're gonna come find you. And that's like the most powerful thing right now, is we don't have to fight each other. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If I don't want to wear one, I won't wear one. If I want to wear one, I will. And that it's like, we all have to be finding our own way right now. And don't be a shift head. Like, don't try to tell someone else how to live their life or what they should be doing. Don't should all over people. Don't be a shift head. Just be yourself. Be your cell. You are one cell in the larger body that is our Mother Earth, that is part of an even larger body of our universe. Just worry about you. Do what works for you and be yourself, be your cell. And everybody will hopefully harmonize if we're meant to. And if not, you know, who knows? But I don't know, I thought that was funny. So you can like ask yourself, am I a shifter, right? If I experience resistance in my life, do I get really stuck in it? Do I kind of like, you know, become like a little child who's super resistant? Or do I look at, okay, where's my growth opportunity? How do I navigate through this? So are you a shifter? Are you a resistor? Whatever you are, just don't be a shift head, and have an awesome day. Bye guys.